Welcome to our presentation on Netflix. I am Hudson Uren.
I'm Steve Brutes Hayes.
Trisha Liu.
I'm Loki Domina.
I'm Alec Houston.
All right. What began as a rent-by-mail video service has become one of the largest streaming services in the world, having over 151 million subscribers in about 190 countries all around the world. And it was a relatively simple website and quickly set itself apart from competitors such as Blockbuster with a single-price monthly subscription, which granted the subscriber unlimited access to thousands of DVD titles with no due dates, late fees, or rental limits. Streaming was introduced to the website in 2007. This allowed subscribers to watch movies instantly. Over the next few years, the company improved the site and expanded their reach to Canada, Latin America, into Europe in 2014. In 2012, Netflix launched some of their first original series. This included House of Cards, Hemlock Grove, Orange is the New Black, Arrested Development, which has increased the site's popularity. In 2020, Netflix experienced a massive increase in subscribers and thus revenue due to COVID-19 and the resulting lockdown. Their stock prices began increasing in March, starting at $298 USD a share and peaked in September at $556 USD a share.
All right, for the environmental analysis, Netflix is by far one of the most popular streaming services today. How did this happen? Netflix ran a proper environmental analysis of its situation. By continuing to run successful analyses of the market, Netflix will continue to be the most dominant streaming service. Looking at this chart, you can tell that out of everybody that was interviewed, 63% of people had Netflix, while only like 42% at most had the next competitor. All right, the first part of an environmental analysis is looking at the competitive markets. If you look at it, there aren't really tons of like competitors. There's like at most 6. And for naming a few, Netflix, Amazon, Disney, Hulu, and there's also like a new Apple Plus streaming service. So this would make Netflix's market into an oligopoly. So like there's like tons, there's not much like competition, but there is like it's very hard to get into. It's between like a monopolistic competition and a monopoly. It's like a airplane, oh god. Airliners, there we go. All right. The next part about this is looking at what kind of competitors they are. So like there's brand competitors and total budget competitors. Brand competitors are firms that market like relatively the same thing. So like Apple, Amazon, Hulu. A good example of this would be like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. And these firms also happen to be total budget competitors. This is because they compete for like the limited financial resources of their consumers, because their products aren't like that much different from each other. So like you're only gonna pick one streaming service out of all of them. All right, the next part of analysis is the technological factors. Netflix needs to view the way technology will be impacting the streaming industry in the near future. There are 2 technologies that will greatly impact the streaming market. These are the smartphone and 5G internet. All right, start with the smartphone. In what ways does the smartphone positively impact the market for Netflix? As of 2020, 3.5 billion people have a smartphone. This means so many more people will have the potential to stream Netflix and subscribe. Also, with mobile access, more and more people will like want to cut ties with cable, because like Netflix and other streaming services are much cheaper than cable. All right, 5G network. Speed and access to the internet is becoming more prevalent all over the world. And 5G will lead to better and faster internet. This is because 5G speeds can reach 20 gigabytes per second. And this is as fast or even faster than some internet providers. 5G will reach rural areas 4G couldn't. So like everybody that didn't have internet before will have internet now. That means more customers. All right, next for the analysis is the economic examination. And this is like government regulations and self-regulatory forces. All right, government regulations. These are the like rules the government puts into place to regulate a company. An example would be a tax code. So like a company won't make the rule, the government does. And right now, streaming services don't have many regulations. This is because they're like brand new to the like market. So like the government never like had a chance to make new laws to regulate them. The one thing that loosely regulates streaming services is the Paramount consent decrees. And this is basically saying that a film industry has the rights to the asset from production to retail. But sadly for the streaming industry, new regulations will be coming in the near future. The newest one will probably take place in 2021. All right, self-regulation. Many companies want to self-regulate because if they regulate properly, the government won't like make regulations. So like companies, self-regulations are superior than government regulations. All these streaming services have like a self-regulatory pack. They have to follow classification details, create controls, and create a grievance through redressal form. Classification details is like if a movie is rated R, you like keep it rated R. Control tools are like parental locks, and a grievance redressal program is like you listen to people's complaints and you address their problems. Economic analysis, social cultural. Netflix is streamed globally, so they have to pay attention to many things over the world. And the things that like Netflix has to pay attention to is culture, because like if you upset one's culture, then like they're not gonna stream to you. And things that they have to pay attention to is family life, religion, activities. So like if you like go against somebody's like religious values, they're not gonna stream to your service. And a misunderstanding of these concepts could lead to loss of customers.
For the SWOT analysis, Netflix, one of their strengths is Netflix was the first mover into the subscription-based programs outside of cable, which really gave people an incentive to go in to buy a subscription from them, as it allowed them to have access to all these DVDs and movies at any time at their fingertips. The company itself had an exponential growth of subscribers and profits in the past 10 years. Netflix also offers a wide range of TV shows, movies, and everything you can think of on their website. They're an international company as well, offering different things to different cultures and religions, that depending on where you're from. They have now implemented Netflix originals, which you can only watch on Netflix, giving people more of an incentive to buy into their subscription and watch Netflix just for their original shows. They've become very affordable as well, and they have great adaptation to things and connectivity. Some weaknesses and opportunities for Netflix. Netflix, one of the weaknesses is they began to lose popular TV shows and movies to other places like Hulu and Disney Plus as their contracts and licenses ended, and they couldn't really make out the deal anymore, which kind of had a loss in subscribers, but not too much to notice. While they are a global market, they very much depend on the North American market heavily, as 50% of the profits each year come from North America. Netflix could, for an opportunity, they could boost revenue by adding ads to the things, by just simple ones. Netflix could also implement live TV packages that include sports. This would draw in a lot more people to come and get subscriptions from them, as they'd be able to watch live TV and all their favorite sports. And maybe possibly introduce cheaper subscriptions to its consumers, maybe more that like benefit to him if they just want to watch on their phone, maybe just a different package just for your phone. Some threats for Netflix. Netflix faces a lot of competitive pressure from up-and-coming competitors who have more variation than them. For example, Hulu has live sports and is also bundled in with ESPN Plus, which offers live sports as well. And a lot of this competitive pressure kind of builds on them, and their consumers might be tempted to switch over to like Prime Video, HBO, Showtime, Disney Plus, so they can get different things to watch.
The marketing mix. Netflix produces a service where customers can pay a monthly subscription for unlimited access to many movies and television shows for their viewing pleasure. The service Netflix provides allows for users to view movies and television shows as many times as they want, and even download whatever they want for offline viewing. Another huge advantage to the service is the availability of it in general, including the ability to download the program onto a mobile device, computer, or game console system. There are also many smart TVs which come out of the box with a Netflix app already installed, so you can simply put in your login information and begin viewing. And this versatility of the place where the product can be consumed is an enormous benefit. Netflix has also displayed great use of promotion of their service and a massive development as a service and as a brand. As mentioned before, Netflix implemented a mobile app for users, and this simply extended the market that the brand reaches. Additionally, they are implemented into smart TVs automatically, so if a customer did not have a subscription before, they are much more likely to start using the service as it is already accessible on their TV. Finally, the brand started producing their own movies and TV shows, just like Hudson said, to specifically showcase on their service. This naturally brings more attention to the service because of the buzz and conversation centering around the show or movie that is exclusive to the Netflix service. Netflix is fairly priced and accommodates to all customers. There are 3 different pricing levels, giving the consumer more or less of the service based on the number of screens available to be used at one point in time. The prices vary from $8.99 to $15.99 and allows customers to subscribe to the service based on their own financial situations and how much of the service they would prefer. What's next? Breaking into foreign markets. Netflix as of 2014 has broken into markets such as Canada and other countries. They have announced an increase in marketing costs, so there will be an increase in the company's ad delegation, so there will be more commercials and advertisements on the services for other shows and the service in general. There have also been small discussions of an entry into video games and vehicle integration for in-vehicle entertainment systems. Case study analysis. A brand closest to Netflix is the service Hulu, which provides a very similar monthly subscription to watch movies and television shows from a catalog to choose from, including a wide variety available on both or exclusively on one or the other. The company's marketing plans are very similar in regards to the product and place they provide. Oh my gosh. The company's, I'm starting over. Case study analysis. Yeah, with just the Hulu.
Okay.
A brand closest to Hulu. Fucking Christ. A brand closest to Netflix is the service Hulu, which provides a similar monthly subscription to watch movies and television shows from a catalog to choose from, including a wide variety available on both or exclusively on Hulu. The company's marketing plans are very similar in regards to the product and place they provide virtually the same product in all the same places for the customers to have access to. While Netflix has a mobile app and appears on many smart TVs out of the box, Hulu does the same. Hulu, however, has a different form for their price and promotion. Hulu has a much more versatile price range for customers, which starts at $5.99 for the basic package and finishes at $60.99 for the most inclusive package, which absolutely dwarfs Netflix's range of prices. However, the price is not determined by the number of screens able to be used, such as it is for Netflix. But there are advertisements and innovations that are either included or excluded based on the pricing of the package. Furthermore, Hulu's promotion is simply greater than Netflix's, as they air commercials on cable TV and sponsor athletes to be spokespeople. While they do have similar innovations to Netflix, following their example of producing shows and movies, Hulu's main innovation and direction of all promotion resources is the incorporation of live sports into its viewing platform. Hulu uses this innovation perfectly, as no other streaming service aside from direct sports networks provides anything like it. So they are realizing that they have to hold on to this portion of the market and continue to raise the price. This is an important case and brand to study comparatively with Netflix, because they are 2 identical products at face value with 2 very similar brands backing them. But the way they deliver the content to the customers and audiences is completely different from each other. Additionally, it's very interesting to try and understand why they differ in the ways they do, and look at the way their differences benefit them in their own way.
As for the implementation and the evaluation, going forward, Netflix could utilize their social media coverage to keep up on and analyze what aspects of their service consumers and customers are enjoying or disliking. This can be used to help them in developing perfect shows and movies for the specific regions of the customizing each geographic region streaming experience, viewing and being able to respond to what their customers' needs are and or preferences are is essential to them maintaining and being able to outstep their competitors. Keeping fresh new content is what is keeping Netflix from reaching its pinnacle. It's what's keeping all movie TV shows, streaming services such as Hulu, Amazon Prime, Vudu, and there are many different ways that this marketing plan can be implemented into action. And the ones listed above are just a small sample of the things that can be done. And now, to be able to evaluate the quantity of sales of your product, there are many factors that must be accounted for, such as your consumers, your strategy, your competition, as well as your advertisement. Netflix could create live TV to help compete with others in its field. Netflix could attract a new audience looking for a live alternative to cable. Netflix could create original series based on each geographic location. They have some geographic-based content, but nothing of their own creation. There are many different ways to evaluate the success of Netflix as a company, and this chart uses their number of customers over time to show how they are growing and gaining market control.
Marketing mix. So what is Netflix innovating? They're going to be trying to innovate Netflix live TV to compete with their competitors and mainly get an edge and get back a lot of their subscribers that they lost to other places like Hulu Live TV. This would really help Netflix diverse in what they're doing, because right now they're only in the subscription base where you can watch lots of DVD, TV shows, and movies. With this, it'll help build it, as that area of the market is becoming saturated with more and more companies joining in every year to jump in on that opportunity. The way they'd advertise to get new customers would be through TV ads and big events, for example, like advertising that they now have live TV, or you could be watching the sports on, like you could be watching the Super Bowl through live TV would be another way they could do it. The price for this product would be like a package deal that includes their live TV and all the other additional benefits of Netflix. Implementation of live TV, they could start off by offering the service to longtime subscribers of Netflix, which they trust, and give them free trials to test it out, and then gain their feedback on what they like, what they don't like, things that they could improve to make major adjustments so many people will like what's going on. With that, they could really evaluate whether or not this is going to be good or not for the company, how it's going to help, and how many people are actually interested in it. They could start to advertise and roll out new services and an incentive to get this, and why you should get it over the cable companies, as cable companies really get you in those long-term contracts and screw you over. A good evaluation of if people are still staying with Netflix for the longer time and buying live TV, and how much they're watching by analysis and that.
That's the last slide.
Okay, so we need to close, someone to close, I guess. Does anyone want to do like a thing to wrap it up? So we can just cut in.
What would we say? And that's our presentation.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's like I don't know, just I guess something.
That's our case study on Netflix.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you want to do like just something short and sweet, Chris, that'd be perfect.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
a little longer
Throw
than
a
that.
thank you in there. Throw a thank you to the audience. Thanks for watching, sort of shit.
Thank you for watching our presentation on Netflix.
All right, I got it. Thanks for watching our presentation on Netflix, and I hope you enjoyed our case study.